Okay, season 2 ended on a and part of season 1 ended on a Really? Really? Come on. Can you guys just answer me something? Number one, what is with the word They ended this so-called cliffhanger on an with Jonah and Andi at the beginning of season 2. We had this before. Why are we having it again? And with my favorite ship, no doubt. I wanted an answer out of Bowie so bad because I want season 3 to end well. I wanted to have an end game. If Andy's not going to be with Walker, then I would at least want to have an answer out of Bowie and Beck so the family can be together. That's the one thing I was rooting for, and I didn't get that. Unnecessary drama just cause. We end up getting the band coming out of nowhere, causing, wacky shenanigans just cause. I mean, come on. And then Cece comes back just cause. Drama, wacky shenanigans. It's just annoying. It really is. This just cause drama is just plaguing this show. There's so much more that can be told with this show, and in a better way, a much better way. Instead of Bex hiding the damn ring in a cake, why couldn't you just have the ring in your hand, get on one knee, and propose to Bowie? Why couldn't you do that? Problem solved, leading to season 3, leading on up to how the wedding is going to be, and all the stress and all that other stuff like they usually do when it comes to weddings. The same thing with, and answer me this: why is Cyrus fixing everybody? Why is Cyrus going out of his way to play psychologist or psychiatrist, what have you? Why is he going out of his way to play psychiatrist to all of Buffy's enemies and actually trying to have Buffy to be, forcing Buffy pretty much to be friends with them? Like, why? That's just my biggest question. Why is Cyrus trying to get Buffy to like her enemies that clearly don't like her? With Amber kind of disrespected her friend and disrespected her, no doubt. With TJ, can we say anything else about TJ that is not sexist that came out of his mouth? Seriously, and you want this guy to be your best friend's friend? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense of Cyrus's logic. It makes no sense at all. And when it comes to TJ, a part of me feels like that Cyrus has a crush on everybody he talks to except for Amber. We know that Cyrus is gay. That never will ever come out because Disney. But honestly, the biggest thing that I know the biggest moment that I know everybody's talking about when it comes to this review, when it comes to this show and this episode and this finale, is who TJ was looking at when he turned around. Honestly, it looked like he was looking at Cyrus. But then I'm not particularly sure, because Cyrus like, you think you know a guy, and I'm just like, okay. Something is I'm like, okay, so he's having a crush on Cyrus all of a sudden? When did that come out? Like, because he was nice to him? Like, really? Really? I don't know. I never really saw any sign that TJ had a crush on Cyrus at all. But it seems like Cyrus has a crush on everybody that seems to be there. That's just me, except for Amber. But honestly, I don't really understand why he goes out of his way to fix Buffy's enemies and forces Buffy to be friends with them. I don't get it. I don't understand it at all. And I can't figure it out myself. The biggest thing about Cyrus was whether or not, of his confusion on whether or not he likes girls or not. That was the biggest premise, or what have you, of season 1. The biggest thing of season 1 was Cyrus being comfortable with who he is. I have not seen that yet. I honestly don't know what's going on. But when it comes to Buffy, there's been changes in Buffy too, because Buffy started to like guys a lot more. When it came to Jonah, her crush on Jonah, her crush on Walker, and I honestly don't even know what's going on with TJ at all. I don't. And I don't understand at all why I don't know. I don't get it. It's confusing. Hence why I don't necessarily like Buffy's storyline as well as Cyrus' storyline and where it's going from there. I don't know. But I do find it kind of interesting how those two and Andi are supposed to be the good hair crew, and we don't even see them together. Andi's more with Bex and with other people and with her boyfriends than she is with Cyrus and Buffy. And Buffy, she was like, well, we don't ever talk anymore. Buffy was gone for like, what, a few months? No, actually, no. Well, she gone like less than that? Like, what, 24 hours? And all of a sudden she's back? All I know is that Buffy's story arc should have ended when she left. Seriously, it should have ended when she left. It would have had it would have been stronger. The story would have been stronger with her gone. Because they did all that perfect day leading on up to her moving out. They did all that big story arc would have been stronger if she was gone. And honestly, it would have given Cyrus and Andi a lot more time to discover who they are. But at this point, it's not about them. It's about Bex and Bowie. It's about the adults. Let's just be honest here. When it comes to this finale, my anxiety was through the roof because not only have I shipped them since season 1, I wanted them to be together because they just work. They work. They fit. They're just... They just make sense. Not so much making sense. It's just they feel like that they connect. It's odd. But I was rooting for them since season 1. But when you end on an just like you did with Jonah and Andi, it made sense to end on an But with Bex and Bowie and Andi, who really wanted to be together in the first place, it didn't make any sense to end on an It made sense to end with an answer. Because you knew deep down that Bowie loved Bex and Bex loved Bowie back. And it made sense that Andi wanted her family together. Her family she never knew to be together. It would have made sense for this finale to end with an answer, not an It made plenty of sense with Jonah, like I said before, because she was confused about him. The fact is that Jonah wasn't trying, so she didn't really want to be with him, and she wasn't sure how she felt. It made sense for that to end with an but not this. That is what made it disappointing for me, because they just wanted to grab that drama as much as they can, even though there was no drama there. They made drama out the blue, and it just ruined the moment. It ruined the scene. In my humble opinion, they're going to stretch these seasons out as far as they can go. But in my opinion, they should end with season 3. This should be over. This should be over in season 3. This should not go further. I'm sorry, it shouldn't. That's just my humble opinion. And with the whole TJ thing looking around, I'm done with the whole Cyrus Gay story arc. I'm done. They ruined that since the beginning of season 2. They ruined that for me. The moment where he came out with in front of his friends at his bar mitzvah meant a lot. But then in the middle of season 2, when he pretty much just kind of walked away from his crush on Jonah for random reasons, I'm like, really? You just gonna throw all that away? And then not ever touch on that again? I'm like, I'm done. I'm done with Cyrus as a character because they're not gonna do anything with him. The same exact thing with Buffy. Buffy was one of my favorite characters on the show. She reminded me a lot of Maya because of season 1, she grew a lot. In season 2, she started growing even more. And then, of course, she had her own self-discovery because she didn't want to be all girly. She didn't want to be a kid because she had to be strong when her mom's in the military. Her mom's overseas in battle, not knowing what she is. And she didn't feel like that she had the right to be that way yet. But now that she's back in town and her mom is grounded in the States, she feels at ease to be herself, to be a girl, to discover who she is. That's what I liked about Buffy, her evolution. But despite Buffy's evolution, it kind of grinds down to a halt for some reason. I don't know why. It goes to a certain place and then it stops. And then it just stays there and it just doesn't progress. Andi had zero progression at all. Well, she had some progression, most progression in season 1. The one thing I respected about Andi Mack was when she turned Jonah down. when she did all that stuff to get Jonah to like her, and she was bold enough to tell him that, you know what, are we really friends at all? I've done all these things for you and you still don't pay attention to me. I gave you a bracelet because I liked you, but you gave it to Amber. I feel like you don't like me at all. So were we friends at all? Do you ever know me? And the fact that she actually turned him down and walked away and was satisfied with that, I applaud her for that, because you don't see girls in Disney shows do these things. They would chase after a guy to the very end of time. You usually see that in a Disney show, but seeing that, I applaud that. And not only that, she did it twice. She did it twice at the bar mitzvah. She turned him down again. And of course, we discover his panic attacks, which mysteriously disappeared, only for him to be gone for like 2 months. Really? It's like they keep chopping stuff up or taking stuff out for the sake of reasons, whatever they are. But the person that had the most growth, consistent growth throughout the entire series, throughout all seasons, from season 1 and 2, was Bex. Bex was the only one that had progression. I've talked about this before, but I haven't really put the review up yet. I didn't put the review up yet. I know I'm just getting tongue-tied here. But the thing is, the one that had the character that had the most progression from season 1 on up to season 2 and on up to the finale was Bex. She's the only one that had progression. And that's kind of sad that your adult had more progression than the daughter who showed that this whole thing is about. I don't know what else to say. And that's the reason why I'm disappointed, because that should have had an answer. That made sense to have an answer. Jonah made sense not to have one, but that did. And now they're stretching out unnecessary drama for season 3? Dude, why? All I gotta say is this, y'all. This show would be amazing. It would be excellent. It would be top-notch, 5-star, 4-star, everything. All the episodes would be amazing if they just got rid of the unnecessary drama. If they just stopped creating the instant drama, add water and stir, then this show would be better than what it is now. The fact that you had the rock band, his old band, coming out of nowhere just for wacky shenanigans, only to have Cece come. I've already explained that. But like I said, this show would be far better without the instant drama. If they just had everything organic and consistent all the way through, this show would not only be interesting, it will actually be something worth watching, and maybe something that girls should probably think about. And I can't say that this show was bad. I can't say that this episode was bad. This episode was very disappointing. The instant drama is very annoying. Cyrus trying to fix people out of the blue makes no sense to me. And then having the Good Hair crew not even together most of the time makes no sense to me. But the one thing that keeps me watching the show consistently is Bex. I want to see her grow as a woman. And that's what she's doing. She means more to me as a character than Andi or Buffy or anybody else. I'm looking for her to do well. That's why I'm watching this show. But guys, that's my overall thoughts about this finale. I want to hear what you thought about all of season 2. I want to hear about what you guys think about the entire show. And I want to hear who your favorite character is. Leave in the comments below. My favorite character is Bex. I admire her, and I admire her growth. And I hope it continues, and I hope she gets her happy ending. But like this show always does, instant drama, water and stir. I hope I'm wrong for season 3. But other than that, y'all, I'm done here. Peace out.